What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I've got something really special today. So this is probably something I don't think anyone has ever seen before. So we've got an FFA 4 players. That's not the special part, but it's a Waterworld Illyrian Mirror Glory to 15k points. Now that sounds extremely random, but I swear there's like a purpose behind it. I thought it would be funny, and I think it actually can create interesting games like this one here that I'm going to show. So I would highly recommend doing an FFA with the boys with these settings. But yeah, let's just kind of get right into things, and I'll kind of explain why I like this so much. Early game's not going to be the most interesting. It's going to be just a lot of build-up, getting your economy going. But the thing that you have to keep in mind is your goal is to get to 15k points first. And the best way to do that is to work with the other people. Get embassies going, because you don't have enough cities on Waterworld, and you don't really have market spots to get a good economy. You need to get temples. You can't just do parks and techs alone. So you need a lot of stars. And you need to work with your allies, but if everyone's working together, you can already see a little bit of shots fired there. Eventually, everyone will become best friends. Again, a very nice star route into meditation. But yeah, everyone needs to work together, but the thing is, only one person can win. So eventually there's going to be some betrayals. So again, just building up, getting navigation, starfish, meeting everyone. I already have philosophy, and I'm going to get altar of peace, getting diplomacy as well to get my embassies set up. And we can see the other players. We're all doing our thing. And again, currently not too much going on, just a lot of peace and happiness, sunshine and rainbows, which is kind of how you'd expect this sort of thing to begin, but it won't be like that forever because someone has to win the game. So, more embassies. We see the first egg from the red Illyrian. A little bit of fighting over there, but they're going to be friends. Yep, just like that. I get a ramming rune, which doesn't really do much, but it does save a little bit of stars, and that is useful because every star that you get does matter, believe it or not. But yeah, just continuing to go around, trying to get Eye of God nice and quickly. So lots of nice exploration. Again, this is a large water world, but we're all very far away, so there's not much incentive to attack, but eventually there will be. That's what makes this interesting. So we already see a bomber here by the pink Illyrian, and I'm just one turn from Eye of God. I should be able to get it just fine. And I also have Altar of Peace. I go for a border growth. I go for a border growth. Take up a lot of space. It's worth a lot of points. Makes sense. Then I go and I buy a few techs. I get a Dragon Egg. And there is an interesting decision here between Dragon Egg and Park. I figure Dragon Eggs are just better here. Parks do give points and stars, which are useful. But I figured here I need dragons. But again, things are kind of going. One thing worth noting is the scoreboard is very important. Normally, you don't refer to it too much, but in this case, it's not only like who's ahead, but who's closest to actually winning the game. And you can see that I'm quite a bit ahead. That's a good thing, right? Well, it would be a good thing if it weren't for the fact that I've kind of put a bit of a target on my back. I get free spirit to then get Emperor's Tomb, which is a little premature. I am able to get another Dragon Egg. I placed down 3 water temples. Absolutely biblical levels of greed here. And then I panic a little bit and I break peace. So I break peace. We're playing this game in a voice chat. I was just muted the whole time, but there's a lot of talk about this potential scary person in first place named Justeeni Lingueeni. And that made me very scared. And so what I decided to do is I broke peace with one person. This is a live game, by the way, so we don't have much time to work with this water world. But I break peace with a pink Illyrian. And the reason why is because I'm expecting the red or gray Illyrian to break peace with me. And that would be kind of bad. So why do I not break peace with them, even though it makes sense? I get the first strike if I do that. The reason why is because I'm hoping that because, you know, they both have diplomacy, they see me break peace, and then they assume, oh, now me and Pink Illyrian are just going to fight and kind of waste each other down, then they can build points in the background. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Unfortunately, that's not quite how things panned out, and I kind of should have expected this. I have a massive target on my back. So, yeah, they do build up. And yes, Pink Illyrian's kind of scary, but I can deal with them just fine. But already, losing the embassy kind of sucks. And I have to play a bit of defense, make some Polytars, panic a bit. I break peace again. This one was really unnecessary. And now, Red Illyrian, who's been setting up to break peace this whole time, breaks peace with me. And now, I have everyone against me. And normally that would just be GG's. And for all intents and purposes, I should have been dead. It was kind of a fatal mistake making myself this target in the first place, and then also kind of how I responded diplomatically. Not my brightest of decisions. I definitely could have hidden my monuments, been a bit more stealthy, but instead, I'm going to get absolutely obliterated. And you can see what's very interesting is, yeah, like I'm ahead by a lot, but pay attention to the Red Illyrian, Willowbomb. He has a lot of bombers. I mean, really everyone else has a lot going. But things will get pretty interesting. So, first off, I'm losing the city, but I'm not losing it to the Red Illyrian, which is actually a good thing. And you'll see why in a bit. I was kind of hoping this would happen. Because again, what all of this is about is this a big game of diplomacy. So I just destroy everything here because I don't want the Grey Illyrian to use it. I make a Polytar too, and I don't unsiege. I just leave it there because the Red and Grey Illyrian are allies. But by effectively giving the city away, I've made someone else the target. Because even though I am in first place now, I only have one city. I've lost a lot. Now suddenly, Grey Illyrian has the potential to be very scary. And you can see with all the cloaks and the dragons, they are quite scary. And I've kind of got this like defensive setup, where I'm just trying to be as annoying as possible. Like, yeah, you can try to take my last city, but it's not gonna work. And yeah, I send peace to the Red Illyrian, and he accepts it, and then decides to break peace with the Grey Illyrian because, you know, prime time to take him out. Because the first strike is very strong, so betraying your allies is a great idea if you can get away with it. And in this case, yeah. But then what's also interesting, so I'm able to recover. Again, we're best buddies with the Red Illyrian. I can get an embassy back. And notably, Red Illyrian doesn't siege. Instead, is just going all out, destroying Grey Illyrian. All these resources being destroyed, which means Grey Illyrian is pretty far away from winning, because that's a lot of stars dedicated there. And now I also send peace to the Pink Illyrian, so now I'm kind of safe again. Because even though I'm enemies with the Grey Illyrian, for all intents and purposes, is about to die. So I get my embassies set back up, and because I'm no longer the threat, you can actually see score-wise, I'm actually in second place now. Pink Illyrian is in first place. So, very much not the threat, so now I can build up again. It's kind of one of the nice things about getting knocked down in points is, well, I'm not scary anymore. You can see Grey Illyrian just destroying the dragon out of spite, destroying everything, so then the Red Illyrian is harmed by betraying them as much as possible. And now I just buy more techs. I think that is every tech. Yes, I now have every tech. And the city is really bad, unfortunately, but we're back in first place. But again, I'm not really much of a threat because my economy is in the dump because the city sucks. And, like, I'm going to be on the least amount of cities because Red Illyrian's just going to town here. Just look at the amount of bombers. This is the one thing, though, is dedicating all these to bombers means it's not dedicated towards winning the game. But unfortunately, he breaks peace with me again because he needs to use those bombers for something. So I got a bit betrayed, and now I'm kind of trapped here. At least Pink Illyrian is still my friend for now. But I just tried to set up this really annoying defense once again. Red's dragons are very far away, so I have some time. I get a park because I just don't have time for an egg. And I do need the economy now. Like, it was a shame when I made like a bunch of eggs the first time. I lost 2 of them. But yeah, now, once again, now I get sieged. But this siege actually doesn't do anything because I wasn't making anything anyway. So a bit of a misplay there. And again, we can see Grey Illyrian being very spiteful there. Once again. But then something that I haven't been making any note of. Look at Pink Illyrian. They're suddenly in first place. They've had 3 cities this whole time, but they haven't really been up to much. Look at these temples. Level 3s, level 4s, level 5 temple. He's just been building up and he's been placing more temples. And again, because these temples have so much potential points, like, suddenly he's actually kind of close to winning. And he breaks peace with me. And that's not good, because I'm not doing very well myself. I'm kind of least likely to win currently. Red Illyrian has like a very strong army, but you can see they're dead last in points basically because Grey Illyrian's about to be destroyed. Like he's trying to destroy me. Yeah, my dragon was a little too close, so it gets splashed a bit. Very unfortunate for me. Grey Illyrian just trying to destroy everything so then Red Illyrian can't run away with the game. And then yeah, Pink Illyrian advancing a bit, but not attacking me. So I send peace again. Establish an embassy for Red. Get a temple down because I need to get some points. And then yeah, now everything is peaceful once again. But again, looking at the scoreboard again, you can see I'm kind of in second place, but I am the weakest person here because Red Illyrian has a ton of bombers and dragons and 4 cities. And then Pink Illyrian sitting on 3 cities with a lot of temples. And we see some breaking peace happening. Rejecting peace here. Trying to attack me, which this is a huge mistake actually. And you'll see, because the main thing is Pink Illyrian needs to try to win the game. He shouldn't be trying to attack me. He needs to not die, and then he can win. Unfortunately, he was under the impression that I was actually a big threat, when in reality, I am not. I'm the least threatening person here. And now siege happens. Yeah, the egg got sieged. Not making a park there, which means, yeah, just loses it. And yeah, this is quickly falling apart. And it looks like Red Illyrian's just going to take it. Now, finally, we get peace going. Pink Illyrian realizing how dire the situation really is. Goes for a bit of a iffy micro there, but oh well. Now I want to help the Pink Illyrian, but I don't really have the time to, so I just give him an embassy and hope for the best. He can at least do a lot of damage. Maybe I can sneak my way, because again, he has the least amount of points. And again, look at how many points he has. Less than 2,000 points from winning. It's going to be a bit of a nail biter, because none of his cities are sieged, and he still has the temples, which are going to make a lot of points. So this isn't really... I'm not even in the conversation of like winning this right now. Especially since I'm about to get destroyed once again. This kind of between Pink Illyrian and Red Illyrian, and I'm kind of in the sidelines, but, you know, if the game stalls for long enough and something happens, maybe things could go well, but unfortunately, I'm continuing to lose my resources. Now again, sieging here, and this might be unbreakable. Another siege here. looking really bad for the pink Illyrion. He needs to unsiege both, otherwise he's going to give away some temples. But again, this is a live game, and at this point we all have a ton of time pressure. And we can see the amount of points, with the temples included, less than 500 points from winning. He really just needed one turn, because again, these temples, we're going to upgrade and give him even more points, and then just grabbing like a tier 3 tech, that's 300 points there. He's insanely close to winning. But he just barely doesn't have it. I think like looking at the replay from his point of view, if he managed to start just a little bit better, and maybe played a little bit of better politics, he could have easily just stole the game out of nowhere. He's just sitting in the corner the whole time. And it almost worked out until the menace Red Illyrion, using the power of thievery, is actually going to win, especially since Pink Illyrion timed out and didn't have time to destroy his buildings. So now Red Illyrion's going to be able to steal all those points as well. And at this point, like, I'm merely just trying to hold on and defend, which I don't even think I can defend this. And even if I can, I am now losing in terms of points. Like, unfortunately, yeah, I could have played some things better, but this was super fun anyway. I had a great time. Shout out to the Red Illyrion, Willowbomb. He's a very, very good FFA player, so I'm not surprised that he ended up winning. He knows how to politic, and he leveraged that very well. Like, if you look from Red's point of view, the political decisions he made were very smart, and that's what ultimately got him the victory. But yeah, I don't think you guys have seen a game of Polytopia ever like this. I would highly recommend you guys give this a try with these settings. You don't have to do like these exact settings. Like if you want to do like a huge water world to 20,000 or a normal water world to 10,000, or even do different tribes than Illyrian. I thought Illyrian would be interesting because the decision between like dragons and parks, which is a really interesting decision. With like normal tribes, I feel like you just go parks every time. But you could do like Cymanti or Polaris for fun, see how that works. Who knows, have fun with it. Waterworld's a pretty underrated map type, especially for FFAs. Not the best for 1v1s, but for FFAs, you get these really interesting scenarios that you just never, ever see. But yeah, I thought this was cool, even though I got kind of destroyed. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.